Hi, I'm Chris Denham with Western Hunter Magazine, and today we're down here at archery headquarters in Chandler, Arizona. We just got in the brand new No Cam HTR bow from Mathews. You've probably heard about this bow. It's gotten a ton of buzz here in the last few weeks, but now we actually have one. We're going to get a chance to shoot it, take a look at it. First thing you notice with Mathews is their first bow that actually has a past parallel limbs. If you notice, the limbs are just all the way past the end of the riser. It's a long riser bow. So it's built to be a stable shooting bow with that longer riser. But the big difference, the big key is the no cam concept. And what Mathews has done is created a true round wheel take-up on the string. So that as you draw this bow, the string comes off of a consistent, from top to bottom, comes off of a consistent point, which in theory should lead to near perfect knot travel. That's the whole idea with this bow, is to create a bow that's super accurate with dead level knot travel, so that you have a very forgiving, accurate bow. If you old school guys, you know, I grew up, my first compound was a round wheel bow. When you look at this, when you draw this, it really does remind me of the old round wheel bows. It's extremely smooth, just rolls over, toom, tips over. The problem with the old round wheel bows, and the reason they went to the hatchet cams and the harder cam bows, solo cams, was round wheels weren't very fast. But Mathews has been able to overcome that. I'm not even sure exactly how they're doing that, but they've been able to overcome that, because even though this bow is not really what you would call a speed bow, it's not a slow bow. It's shot just as fast as my Chill X. I'm only a 27.5-inch draw, so I'm a little bit handicapped when it comes to draw length and getting good velocity, but at 27.5 inches, I'm shooting a 408 grain arrow at 273 feet a second. The first thing you notice when you draw this bow is just how very smooth it is. And then when you let go of the string, the first thing you'll notice is it's very dead in your hand. Very little vibration. People around you are first thing you're gonna say is, wow, that bow's quiet, because it is an extremely quiet bow. The biggest benefit to obviously a quiet bow is nice. The opportunity, maybe a deer or an elk's not going to jump your string, but really what it's telling you is the bow's extremely efficient. It's not losing energy into vibration into the bow. It's imparting most of that energy to the arrow, which to me tells me it's just obviously a very efficient bow. I think that's one of the reasons, one of the ways they're able to get the velocities they're getting, even though it's truly, really kind of like I said, an old school round wheel bow. So again, smooth on the draw, smooth smooth at the shot, really dead in the hand, very quiet. Really what, in my opinion, what Mathews has done here is gone out of their way to create a solid Western hunting bow. A bow that is easy to shoot, extremely accurate, and is going to shoot a broadhead extremely well. The nice thing with that, with dead level knot travel, even with fixed blade broadheads, you're going to get better accuracy with that straight knot travel. So especially for those of us out west, I mean, I know speed's important. You're not going to, it's something we're always going to talk about. But out west here, when we're using a laser rangefinder and you're taking a 40 or 50 yard shot, 10 or 15 feet per second faster bow isn't going to be any advantage over to you unless you can put that arrow where it needs to be. So a solid, easy bow to shoot that you can shoot well under pressure is far more important than 10 or 15 extra feet per second. And that's what I really believe Mathews has done here, is built a bow for the Western hunter that's going to be accurate, easy to shoot, and is going to shoot consistently regardless of your hand position and all the other elements that go into, that create problems when you're actually in the field hunting. One of the first things we heard from folks was that this bow should be really tunable. It should tune really easy. Of course, you never know until you actually try. So came down here to archery headquarters and talked to the guys, and every one of them said, yeah, the first bow they got in, I mean, they literally threw a whisker biscuit on it, eyeballed it, and started shooting. I've always had a real difficult time getting good, clean paper tears with a bow, and I know it's just my left hand. I make mistakes with my left hand. It's just so I have to fight with it. I have to really work on my form. Came down, we shot one arrow, we made one adjustment with the rest. The next arrow probably shot one of the best bullet holes I've ever shot, and it just shot bullet holes every single time. To me, that means this bow, it's a sign of how forgiving it is. Obviously, it's a sign of that knock travel situation. It's getting good dead level knock travel. But what that's doing is allowing me to be not as good with my left hand on the bow, yet still the result is the same. I still get a good clean arrow because I know it's not like I got better in the last 2 weeks, and so the bow's better. So again, I really think that's going to be a big deal to Western hunters, especially when you're out there hunting. You're not standing here in the archery range on nice flat ground with feet stable, and I mean, you're going to be out there. It's going to be cold. You're going to have a jacket. You're going to be shooting at an off angle. You're going to have your feet maybe 1 foot higher, 1 foot lower. You're going to have a lot of things that you don't have control over. So having a bow that shoots that forgiving is going to be a huge deal to hunting accuracy.